Welcome friends. Today we're having a coffee chat. How are you guys all doing? If you're new here, welcome. Hi, my name is Meredith. I do all kinds of unboxings, beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. I also do grocery hauls and shopping hauls and whatever else I happen to be up to at the moment. So if that sounds like a good time, definitely hit the red subscribe button down below and we can hang out more often. Another thing we do here on my channel is lipstick of the day. Now this one is from Maybelline. It is the Super Stay Ink Crayon, and this is in the shade number 45, Hustle and Heels. So I absolutely love this shade of red. I feel like it's the shade of red that kind of makes your teeth look maybe a little whiter than they actually are, and I've really been enjoying this one. Like in all of my videos, I will leave the lipstick of the day linked down in the description box in case you're interested and want to try it out for yourself. So speaking of having my coffee, I thought I would share what I'm drinking today. So this is the Good & Gather, aka Target brand, Vanilla Bean Brulee, and it's a light roast. I buy it pre-ground, and it is warm, sweet, creamy vanilla notes with hints of caramelized sugar. Doesn't that just sound delicious? But I'm also pairing it with the creme brulee coffee creamer from Coffee Mate. So, gotta get that brulee caramelized sugar in there. I have to say I really like the combination of the two. Sometimes I'll just use like a regular old French vanilla creamer with this coffee, but yeah, I decided to switch it up and I like it both ways. So anyways, alright, so let's see, we've talked coffee, we've talked lipstick of the day. I just thought I would check in with you guys, see how you're doing, what have you been up to. I've recently started the school year with my kids. They are full-time distance learning, so if you don't know me very well, I have 3 children. They are almost 11, 8, and 2.5. My almost 11-year-old is in 5th grade. I have my middle child is in 3rd grade, and then toddler, so we're coloring. We're still in the scribbling coloring phase. So things have been a little crazy around here. I cannot say I'm a fan of distance learning, but here we are. It's 2020 and hopefully we're making the best of it. But yeah, whew, it's been a ride lately. So if you're wondering some days why maybe I'm not posting as many videos during the week, have something to do with it. The other thing that it has to do with is simply, I feel like my subscription boxes are just not coming on time. What with all this shipping issues that are going on right now, I feel like that's just kind of par for the course. So I'm going to bring you as many videos as I can. I'm also trying to film ones like this where maybe I'm not waiting on a subscription box to come in order to be able to bring you content. But let me know what kind of videos you guys would like to see down in the description below, or the comments below. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see. What are your favorite videos that I do? Which ones are some videos where you're like, you know what, Mare, we just don't care. Like, you don't need to make this. Don't waste your time because nobody really wants to watch that. Let me know. I'm always trying to streamline my channel a little bit. And I'm always looking for videos where maybe I don't have to buy a subscription box too. But I do have some video ideas that I might do, so I thought I would share a few of those with you guys and see what you think, what sounds interesting to you. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep Boxycharm on my channel or not. It doesn't get amazing views versus IPSY, but I've also been doing IPSY on my channel longer, so there's that. Who knows? But I did want to ask you guys about some food-related content. I did film a cooking video. I'm working on it. I might add more than one night's dinners to it, but I'm kind of working on a what's for dinner video. I want to know if you guys are interested in seeing a Misfits Market and Thrive Market and like Imperfect Foods comparison video. I feel like Misfits Market and Imperfect Foods are kind of a little more along the same vein, but then again, Thrive Market is also delivered to your door, so I thought I might try a unboxing for the first time of those two services, and then maybe do a comparison video and let you know which ones are better. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing a Trader Joe's haul. When I've done those, they definitely have done a little bit better on my channel, so let me know if that's something that you guys want to see. The only problem with that is that there isn't a Trader Joe's particularly near me, so I don't go there all the time, but if you want to see a fall Trader Joe's haul, let me know. Have you guys heard of Scotty P's Big Mug Coffee? they have like boxes that you can buy that have different types of coffee. And you get to sample. There's like a bag of 3 or 4 or 5 different flavors, and you can try all the different coffees. Let me know if that sounds like it would be interesting to you. If you don't know who Scotty P is, he is the actor who played Luke Danes on Gilmore Girls. I'm a huge Gilmore Girls fan, so I thought that that would be fun, and I would love to try his coffee. So let me know if that sounds interesting. I have been seeing some really cute shirts on Thread Tank, and so I've been thinking about doing that. So again, let me know. Have you guys tried Hugo Box, and do you like it? I feel like Hugo Box is like the perfect thing to like get in the fall and winter, because it's all about light and coziness and like staying in and, you know, sort of giving you that vibe of coziness at home. So I thought that would be really good. I definitely have some recommendations coming up for you guys. I could do another movie recommendations and book recommendations video if you are interested. I do have some to talk about today. And then let me know if you're interested in seeing like a pie baking and or Thanksgiving sides or cooking videos related to the holidays. Let me know if that's something that would interest you. I love to bake pies. I'm actually kind of known for my pie baking. And so let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see. All right, so that's kind of all of my questions and video ideas. Let me know if I haven't thought of something and maybe you're like, "Ooh, I'd really like to see this." Definitely let me know down below. All right, so next topic of conversation is, as you guys may know, I'm kind of a big Jane Austen fan, and I love movie adaptations of her books. There is a new version of Persuasion in the works, and I'm curious if you guys have read anything about that online. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. I absolutely love any time someone releases a new version of any of the adaptations. I like to see them all. I don't care if it's, I mean, I like them to stick to the books, but they don't necessarily have to. I still just really enjoy that. And I like seeing different directors and screenwriters take on the characters and maybe doing it differently in a way that you hadn't thought of before, or maybe a little more true to the time period than maybe what one of the other movies has done. So anyways, I thought we could discuss the 2 Persuasion options there are right now. So the first one is from, I believe, the 1995 era. Yeah, 95. A lot of versions of things came out in 95. I feel like they all kind of cluster together. So there's a new version of Persuasion coming out, and they just did a newer version of Emma that came out maybe like 6 months ago on DVD anyway, so probably a year ago on film, or like in theaters. But this one is with Claren Hinds and Amanda Root, and this is one of the first ones that I really fell in love with. I think Persuasion might be tied for second place. Pride and Prejudice will always have my heart, but I feel like Persuasion and Sense and Sensibility are kind of next in line. And I really enjoyed this version. I do feel like it sticks, for the most part, pretty close to the book. But, you know, let me know what you think. Have you read the books? Have you seen the movie? But I do think Claren Hinds makes a very good Captain Wentworth. So I like this version. And then there was sort of the 2005 through 2008, this one's 2008, where there was sort of a whole grouping of new versions of all of the Jane Austen ones. So there was a new Pride and Prejudice. They did a bunch of them with, was it WGHB in Boston, partnered, I think, with PBS, or no, with BBC, excuse me. And they did a whole series of new versions of the movies, some of which hadn't been done in many years, like Northanger Abbey. So anyways, I also really like this version. I definitely like them for different reasons. This one had some weird things that went on with it, where like she was staring into the camera. But I still liked it. So this one has Sally Hawkins as Anne and Rupert Henry Jones as Captain Wentworth. I really like his Captain Wentworth. He's just pretty. But I really liked both versions, and I would be curious to hear from you guys if you have read the book. Have you seen either or both versions, and did you love them or not? definitely let's chat in the comments down below. If you are a true diehard Jane Austen junkie, one of my favorite YouTubers is Alexa Dunn. She's also an author, and she's written a sci-fi retelling, which I talked about in a previous recommendations video. But it's called The Stars We Steal is the first one, I think. Don't quote me. I'll link it down below. But anyways, she has a channel, and she did lives here on YouTube discussing all of the different Jane Austen movie adaptations. So if you are just in the mood to, like, talk about people loving Jane Austen, like, some of them were 2 hours long, but I sat in for most of them, and it was really fun to see the discussion. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely check out Alexa Dunn's channel. I think she did 5 different lives talking about a bunch of the different Jane Austen adaptations versus the book versus the other adaptations. Anyways, so I really enjoyed those. So next we're going to talk books. I don't know about you guys, but I have been in a heck of a book slump lately. I have read, I don't know, countless books, or started, I'm not even sure how many books lately, and been just really disappointed in some seriously bad writing. I love to give like new authors and independently published authors a chance, and sometimes it pays off, and there are some great authors who just don't want to be a slave to the man, and then there are some where it's like, I don't know if anyone would have published this book. And so I had downloaded a bunch of different books, and I was really disappointed for quite a while. And the one that broke me out of my book slump is called Drive Me Wild. It's by Melanie Harlow. This guy, hold on, gotta get my lighting so he's not glary. This guy's actually on the cover of so many romance novels. As someone who reads way too many romance novels, his name is Chad, I want to say it's Hurst. I actually follow him on Instagram because he's pretty. And this book I really enjoyed. So it is about a mechanic and a girl who drives into town, and she needs some car repairs, and she comes into town wearing her a fancy like ball gown, because it's not a wedding dress, but it looks like one, and everyone thinks she's a bride, but it's actually her oh my goodness, what is the word? Not quinceañera. That's the only thing that's stuck in my head right now. It's not a quinceañera. It's a... Shoot. My brain, you guys. You're probably all screaming it at the camera right now, or at your phone or your laptop, telling me what it is. Debutante dress. That's what it is. Oh my goodness. I need more coffee. She's in her white debutante dress. And so everyone thinks she's a runaway bride, but she's not. And of course, there's a happily ever after at the end. But I just really enjoyed the book. It is the first in, I believe, what's going to be a series, but the rest of the series is not out yet. So you've been fairly warned, you're starting a series. But it was a really good book, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And like I said, it definitely broke me out of a rather long book slump. I hate that when that happens. You have like that book hangover where you have read a great book, and then for a while you just keep picking up books and you're like, this is just not as good. I want all the feels, and you're not giving it to me. Or just bad writing takes you out of the story. Or like you can tell that the book should have been written in a different perspective. Does anyone else like notice these things? Does it drive you crazy? Let me know, definitely in the comments. But yeah, I hate it when there's a book that just isn't well written. It drives me bonkers. So anyways, what are you reading lately? What are your book recommendations? I read across genres, but I really do love a good romance. At the end of the day, I want something that is light and fluffy, and I used to like dystopian fiction, and then 2020 happened, and I feel like we've got enough dystopia in the real world that I don't want to read that anymore. How about you guys? But yeah, definitely leave me your favorite authors and book recommendations down below. I will highly recommend anything by Kylie Scott, Mariana Zapata, and even Tessa Bailey. I really enjoy her works as well. However, I have not read them all, so I will say that about Tessa Bailey, but she has a lot of good books that I have read, so there's that. So yeah, if you have a favorite romance author especially, let me know. I have one more book recommendation for you guys, and this is one that I actually read before the book slump happened, but this one is called Brooklynaire. Now, don't let the shirtless guy on the front of the book lead you astray. This is actually a Pride and Prejudice modern day retelling, and I loved it. Now, this one is by Serena Bowen. This is the first book of hers that I have read, but I'm curious to read more of them. This is a Pride and Prejudice retelling where the female lead, your Elizabeth, if you will, works for a hockey team that is owned by the Mr. Darcy character. And I just really liked it. It was funny and witty, and she hit all the right Pride and Prejudice sort of key factors, and it was just really well written. I didn't want to put it down. And the thing that cracked me up the most is that in this version, Mr. Bingley is actually a British voiced computer program that Mr. Darcy wrote. And I think the Elizabeth character starts calling him Mr. Bingley, if I remember right. But yeah, he's got a British accent. It's just hilarious. And so it is a romance novel, so there is some adult content, just FYI. If that's not your thing, definitely steer clear of this. But if you love Pride and Prejudice and you love a good romance novel, I absolutely highly recommend it, and you should definitely check it out. If you do end up reading it, let me know down below what you thought of the book. I always love chatting books with you guys anytime. So yeah, definitely check this one out. I'll link to the books. I'll try and find like on Amazon like the Kindle version of it if you want to download it, and I'll also try and find the actual physical book version of it as well if I can. So those are my two book recommendations. Leave me yours for sure. And let's see what else I have to talk about. I gotta look at my list. And I have one more recommendation for you. So this one is a movie recommendation, and this one is available on Netflix streaming. So that's a thing that I love. I love when someone recommends something and I can just go and watch it and I don't have to go buy it. So if you have Netflix, this one's for you. The movie is called Morning Glory. It's about a woman who is an executive news producer. And she's looking for a job because, spoilers, she gets fired. And so she's hunting for a new job, and she gets her new job at the like lowest of the low on the totem pole news program, morning program. So like Good Morning America and the Today Show are like the number 1 and number 2 news sources, and they're way down at the bottom, and she has to try and turn things around. And it's just cute, lighthearted romantic comedy. It has Diane Keaton and Harrison Ford, and it's just a great movie. It's hilarious. You will definitely laugh, and it just gives you the warm fuzzy feels. And it has the romance aspect, but it also just has like a camaraderie aspect in the workplace, which is just really cute and sweet, and I enjoyed it, and I've rewatched it. Like if I'm gonna sit and knit, I will put that movie on and watch it again. So let me know if you guys have seen that, or if you have any other good streaming service recommendations. Leave them down below so we can all check them out. If you have a movie that you go to over and over, or that you've just watched recently and really enjoyed that's maybe lighthearted and fun, let us know. Alright guys, so that is everything for today. Definitely leave me your thoughts and comments, of course, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Let me know if you have any questions you want me to answer in a future chat video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.